Go.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuesdays with Liz, a disability policy for all. Today we have the great fortune to be talking to Connie Thorman, who is a professor of special education and disability policy at Virginia Commonwealth University. So welcome, Connie. And today we'll be talking about education. So welcome again.
Great.
The first question I wanted to ask you is, what is an education policy that you would like to talk about and explain to our viewers?
Well, I thought about this for a while. You sent the questions ahead of time. Thank you for doing that. And it's not so much that I wanted to get into a policy. I just wanted to talk about the fact that all policy is disability policy. It all impacts individuals with disabilities. And particularly right now, more of what's happening nationally is an attempt to have an overarching law that does include individuals with disability. So with education, we have to look at the reauthorization attempts of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, or No Child Left Behind. We also have to look at the Higher Ed Act, and all of those have implications for the education of students who have disabilities.
Thank you. And in a way, that's why I wanted to do Tuesdays with Liz, to help people to understand about policy.
Yeah.
What do you think has been the impact on the TEPS exam and so far, and what kind of impact will it have on the future of people with disability lives?
The TIPSID projects are a great new development within the field. We're really looking at how do we provide post-secondary education opportunities for a group of students who just never had that opportunity before. And thankfully, we have some funding at the national level. We don't have a lot of research yet to guide what we should do and what that should look like. But we're starting to gather that information now, and we're seeing that the outcomes we're having really are what we predicted. That once students have this opportunity, they're more likely to get jobs, they're more likely to have community friendships and be part of their communities than if they didn't have those opportunities. So we want to keep collecting information about that, make sure those are implementing the best practices possible, and really start learning about how to make that opportunity available to a wider population of students.
Thank you. I do have an extra question I did pose to you, if you don't mind.
Okay.
This month is Employment Awareness Month for people with disabilities, and how, in your opinion, how does employment and education go hand in hand?
Well, I think it's really important that people come into jobs with skills, and you learn those skills by having opportunities to interact with others and to learn new knowledge. There was a long ago report that came out of the Department of Labor, the SCANS report, and it looked at the kinds of things that employers wanted their employees to have. And it included things like communication skills, problem-solving skills, and skills in interacting with others and building relationships. They call those soft skills. But we all know those are the things that help everyone be more successful in employment, in relationships, in just being part of your community. And college is a great place to learn those skills. In K-12 education, so much is really controlled by the adults there. And in college, students have the opportunity to be more independent, to use those skills, and to interact with others more independently and interdependently. So it really does help those employment skills build as well as grow.
Thank you very much. Well, now we're going to be talking, changing the topic a little bit to be talking about the Goals Conference that was in August. And I know that you were very involved with the education group. Can you tell our viewers what kind of goals that your group came up with?
Sure. That was such an exciting opportunity to work with some of the leading researchers in education and special education particularly. One of the challenges, though, with that is people knew their areas of research very well, and we were addressing the education of students with intellectual disability from birth through the post-secondary opportunity. So it's such a wide range of ages and needs, as well as research needed, and then using that to guide what we came up with as the goals. And we had the challenge of coming up with 5 goals only in those areas. One thing that really struck me was how much research we're beginning to have that students with intellectual and developmental disabilities can learn the same academic content as everyone else, as long as we use those strategies that are really effective to teach them. For so long in our field, we used to debate, should students with intellectual disability learn academic content? Should we water down it and just give them functional academic skills? Or should we just focus on those independent living and functional employment skills? Our goals coming out of that were really looking at how do you provide those opportunities to have those academic skills and learn those, as well as really preparing for life after high school. So our goals included having opportunities to learn reading, numeracy, and other academic skill development. We had a goal to look at improving transition services and opportunities to participate in post-secondary education. We looked at how do we really find administrative support for inclusive opportunities, inclusive education. We also had a goal looking at how to really improve student self-determination skills and support those. We have a lot of research that really does show us that students with self-determination skills have better outcomes. And lastly, we addressed the fact that the majority of U.S. citizens in the future are going to come from diverse backgrounds. And we need to be sure that as we're identifying goals to educate students with intellectual disability, that we pay attention to the needs of students and families who've come from diverse backgrounds. That's all.
Thank you. You mentioned numeracy, and can you explain what that word means?
Sure. That's the ability to use math, understand math, just like literacy is not just about reading, but it's about using that knowledge to solve other problems, to learn other academic information. And with math or numeracy skills, you use those skills in lots of different areas. You use it in science, you use it for problem solving. So it's that ability to use those skills in other areas.
Thank you. Is there anything else that I missed, either about policy or about the goals conference that you would like to talk about?
Well, we're looking at some follow-ups, especially for the education strand. We're hoping that we'll be able to use the workers in the education division. Chapter or an article, but it's something that can continue to grow and develop over time. And so we're urging folks who are interested in education to join us in the education division and be part of making sure that these things are implemented and are used to guide the next 10 years in our field.
Thank you. Thank you. And if you have any questions about this or any other policy issues, please go to the AUCG webpage and look for this week's In Brief. And if you have any questions about this edition of Tuesday with a disability policy, please leave them in the space below. Thank you, Colleen, and have a nice day. Bye.
Thanks, Liz. You have a great day, too. Thanks.